Welcome back guys, it's Horatio and it's our second out of the box build. Today we're taking on the Hawker Hurricane Mark 1 and quite poetically in the background there's a BF-109 going down in smoke, which is probably still better than how my last build went down. Anyway, yeah, same again, just gonna get everything out of the box, put it all together and use it as a reference build for the other stuff that I build moving on, and just to get my hand back in actually making this stuff. So yeah, as always, the Airfix kit's absolutely gorgeous. Box art, preview picture of what you get in the box, and our paint scheme, our early wall paint scheme with the RAF camouflage pattern and all-in-one sky white underside for the aircraft. Anyway, let's get inside the box. Paintbrush, instructions, decals, so nice set of water slide transfers, single piece cockpit decal, over and under wings, whole side. You've got your red markings for the guns, tail markings. These feel a bit more substantial than the 109's instructions. Let's have a quick flick through. Warnings, information, iconography guide, advised for supervising adults, contents list. There we go. These are more up-to-date instructions as well, with our sub-assembly and colours, painting guide in colour. That's good. Yeah, already just going off of the instruction kit, this is a much higher production quality than the 109, just with the quality of the instructions that you've got here. Yeah. So in the box I've got scissors this time, and I'm sat down so I shan't have to run anywhere with them. Well, that's good. Child safe scissors, let's pretend. So we have our camouflage colours, the Ah, 29. Again, different to the 109 kits. So you've got 29 and 30. 33 for our black on the side, and 90 for our sky. And of course a tube of poly cement. And 3 or 4 sprues in the bag, it looks like. So we've got our clear sprue here. So we've got our canopy pieces, what I'm assuming are the landing light lenses due to the curvature, and what's probably going to be an instrument panel piece just there. So having had those bits with flash on with the 109, these are looking much nicer, and also I can see already that the detailing on the cockpits are much nicer, so those are going to be easy to pick out with the side of the paintbrush and get those coloured in. So what we've got here, we have a rudder, part of the cockpit I'm assuming, prop assembly, underside of the hull maybe, or upper side, not sure. And again, so let's get right in there with the so you can see on the rudder you've got that nice rib detailing from the fabric covered parts, and the same, I'm pretty sure that's the underside of the hull because of the detailing there. So 3 big sprues here rather than the 2 sprues the 109 came in. So we've got our fuselage sides, landing gear, engine exhausts. Having a good look around. Even on these parts here, where they're half in, half out the mould, where you'd expect to see seam lines, these are looking really good. This is looking like it's going to be a much, at the moment, looking like it's going to be a much nicer build than the 109. Nice big, so on the inside of the wings you've got nice big surface areas here for applying your glue. Underside of the cockpit. Some nice detail parts, not sure exactly where for at the moment. Got our wheels with their flats. And on the 5th sprue of the kit, air intake, tailplane, our pilot figure, yeah, not that the 109 kit was particularly bad, it's just the first kit I've done in a long time, but you can see there's more to this kit. There's and I'm assuming a more recent tooling or moulding, because the quality of the parts is just much nicer as well. Right, so there. Parts, paints, poly cement, 5 sprues, and a really nice decal sheet. I was excited to get the 109 done because it was the first kit I've done, but I'm excited to get this one done because it looks like a really, really nice kit. Right, and yeah. And that's your lot. Very well stocked box. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what it looks like all together. And there it is, built. I had to record this again because the first time I went to record it I had my microphone muted. What a noob. So yeah, this is the Hawker Hurricane 1/72 scale by Airfix. It's a gift set and it was an absolutely delightful build. Not quite perfect, just a few little things. So where I can't even see it on the camera, so there's a bit of a gap that could do with filling here. Just where the leading edge of the wings of the wing assembly meets the chassis. Not quite a perfect join up along the middle seam here, but there's a lot of things to like about the kit. There are very few tiny parts. So we've got our wing antenna, some of the cockpit parts. I only lost one part building this, so the pilot's joystick inside the cockpit pinged off to Narnia whilst I was trying to hold it, but I'm not holding that against the kit. Much more larger, easier to use parts, much better assembly than the 109 in my opinion. So the hardest part was probably threading this part of the undercarriage through part of the undercarriage bay and maybe the little cylinder just here, getting that fitted after everything else is assembled. Maybe that should be fitted. Oh no, you can't because it's part of the top. No, never mind, I'm talking rubbish. A little hair there. It looks the part. You've got all this lovely subtle ribbing on the wings, on the tail, on the control surfaces, on the back half of the chassis. It's just, I'm really looking forward to what this looks like completed and painted up. So let's get on with that. We're going to be using the box as our guide and brushing everything on using the bundle brush with our paints, working from light to dark, then getting the decals on. So let's get on with that. If I had compared to the 109 that I've just built yesterday compared to this would be an 8 or a 9 easily, whereas the 109, having had this experience, would maybe be somewhere between a 4 and a 6, maybe a 7. But yeah, this was delightful. Everything goes together really nicely. The parts are much better quality. There was no flashing issue apart from with a couple of the really tiny cockpit parts, which you tend to expect on smaller parts really. A couple of minor fit issues, as I mentioned, with the wing assembly going into the hull. I really like this third part for the rear part of the chassis, so that's going to act as a really nice guide for whilst we're painting as well, just to help with that freehand paint job that I'm going to go and do. Yeah, a really nice looking model, and a really nice build, a really nice experience putting it together. Right, just going to finish tidying this up and then we'll crack on with painting.